Good morning, this is Sarah, your healthy carnivore in the UK, on day 114 of her last ever restart on the carnivore diet after struggling for 9.5 years to get here. So I'd reached a pretty desperate state, and now I'm here and I'm not going to stop. This video is inspired by a comment I received overnight, and she said, how do you handle social situations? And my response inside my head is cancelled. My social calendar is cancelled for 12 months. For that 365 days, I'm not going anywhere where there's lots of alcohol being consumed or lots of different food items being consumed. I'm just not going to do it. It's doing things that are hard that get us what we want. As Lisa Wiedemann says, it's doing things that other people are refusing to do or won't do or can't do that's going to get you what you want in life. And for me to be a permanent carnivore has become so important to me. I am literally willing to do whatever it takes to be that successful long-term carnivore that I've dreamt of being for 9.5 years. Yes, it has been that long for me. I found carnivore in 2014, before it became all trendy with Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson and Sean Baker and all the rest of them, when it was only small little forums that people were going into. But it wasn't my time. It just wasn't my time, and it turned out that my time happens to be now. Now is my time. And now this comes from someone who loves a social life. My social life has had its peaks and its troughs over the years, but over the last 10 years, it's been really, really vibrant, and that's probably why I've struggled with carnivore, amongst other things. And it was so much fun, but I've done that now. But for me, I know there are certain things that had to happen for me to become a successful carnivore, and one of them is putting a stop to my social calendar for 12 months. This means I'm not going to the Christmas party at my new job. I'm not. I had to change my job. To be successful, and now I'm saying to all my new work colleagues, I'm not coming out with them because I'm on a health journey that requires me to not go out. If it was a buffet where I could select what I want, I would go. But it's a sit-down menu, a very expensive sit-down menu where the food is selected for you, and I've decided it's not happening. It's a shame, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to be that permanent carnivore now. And if I have to cancel my social life for 12 months to do that, I'm going to do it. Why 12 months? Because I believe my chemistry by that point will be changed so much that I will be able to just go out, and all those amazing things that I see as amazing right now just won't look as amazing to me in 12 months' time. And this video is entitled, really, what is the painful truth of carnivore? The painful truth. This is slightly inspired by the video by Mitch, Old Guy Carnivore, but I'm going to say it in a completely different way. I'm someone that struggles to start losing weight. If you're new and you're still on this video, I'm someone that struggles to start losing weight, and I've only just started losing weight once I got past over 100 days. So for me, when I heard about this Christmas party at work, I instantly knew I wasn't going, and it was an easy decision. Now that can sound very painful to some people, and I know I'm going to get some feedback that say, well, I would have gone, I would have eaten beforehand, but I did have to pay for this if I went. It was 65 British pounds to go, and to not eat any of it, I just thought, it's a really easy decision. A really easy decision. I think once your why, no, somebody else has thought of this, so I'm not going to claim it to be myself. If your why gets stronger, the how gets easier. Okay, so once you've made this decision that you're going to do something, all of your decisions afterwards become a lot easier, because you're thinking, right, I'm done. I am done. And a few weeks ago, I did do a video called 101 Reasons to Do Carnivore. And there are so many reasons to do carnivore. But with every pro, there's going to be a con. Everything you do in life, there's always a pro and a con to it. And I believe, one of the reasons I struggled so much over the last 9.5 years was because of those painful truths. I wanted to eat the same thing as everyone else. I wanted to go out and party and drink like everybody else. I just happened to find carnivore at the same time as finding all these new party people that wanted to go out. And people don't invite you out once they realise that you are that meat person that's difficult to feed. And that is a painful truth. of carnivore. Many of us have accepted that. Sometimes people just can't accept that, and they go back to the way they were eating because they just can't accept that reality and painful truth that once you become this carnivore that's decided to do it forever, people start to get wind of the fact that you are that one that only eats meat. They don't want to invite you anymore. And that is painful to start with until you accept it. Once you've accepted that your health, your future health, and your journey and being slim and lean and all of those things has become more important than any of the downsides, then you're done. It all comes down to make time for your wellness or make time for the sickness that's going to come. And it's what and I have decided to make time for that wellness and to not see that painful truth anymore and to see it as it is what it is. And I don't think I'm going to lose any friends over this. They're all still available. But I know that it's going to take me 365 days until that food looks like it could be food for another species. And I use the word food lightly because, let's face it, most of the things people are eating these days aren't even food. It's scary. You know, the seed oils have made it into absolutely everything. We think sugar and dairy are in everything, but the seed oils are in everything. And so I don't trust anyone to cook for me. The last time I let somebody cook for me, there was seed oils in it. I cannot trust that people are going to cook things properly. This has turned into a bit of a shouty rant, hasn't it? But this is my response to the person that said, how do I do social events? Do you know what? I'm not doing the social events for now. I'm not doing them. The upside to all of this, the upside to that painful reality of not having a social life is that I am quite likely, and I believe, to extend the length of my life. So taking a year out for my health doesn't feel like that much of a trauma. It feels more like an investment. I can then go out to social events later on, looking healthy and slim and hopefully a little bit sexy in my sexy outfits, and able to say no to all those non-food items that people are popping in their mouths. But I then still might not go out because I don't want people to think that I think I'm something special. I don't think I'm anything special. I'm just some woman next door just trying to sort her shit out and trying to figure things out in the world and trying to help others in the meantime. So yeah, because we have become a society that is just fueled by sugar now. It's food everywhere. Everywhere you go, food. Supermarkets just overwhelm me now. I do have my food delivered because I just can't cope with just seeing people wandering around with their trolleys up and down the aisles in pain with face masks on their sticks, in their carts. It's not quite as bad as it is in the US, but where the US goes, we follow. We do have a ban on a lot of very toxic ingredients in this country. So there's no limits to what people are eating over in the US, but all the social events are around food. It's not as bad here. We can do events without food here. I know that in the US it's way worse. This video is also slightly inspired by the Mitchell Old Guy Carnivore. I'm going to put a link to one of his most popular videos in the description underneath. I think it's amazing to me. He says you just can't go anywhere without people just literally stuffing their faces with food constantly. And people like us, people that have decided to not take part in that, are the crazy ones. We're the silly ones. But we're also the ones not on medication. We're also the ones not in any pain. We're also the ones that are not hopeless and helpless. We're the ones that have reversed stuff, put stuff in remission, got rid of our high blood sugar and just fixing our metabolic health. All the good markers are coming. I've got 4 out of 5 markers of metabolic health. I just need the waistline, and that I'm going to get if I don't go to that Christmas thing. I am fortunate over Christmas in that we don't tend to get invited to somewhere where I'm sure there are some people that are watching this are thinking, oh, but I'm going to be going to Auntie Sylvia's house and she is the most amazing cook. yeah, to be fair, I do have an advantage over you in that I don't have a Auntie Sylvia who's an amazing cook, and I don't have to go there and see this huge spread. I'm basically in charge of my eating over Christmas. We have quite a small family. We have a few relatives over that just eat our dinner and just they're just grateful for what they're given because they're old and they can't cook. And so it's really simple for me just to chuck a lot of frozen stuff in the oven and then just serve it to them, and they're just so delighted. True story. I don't have to go mad. No one's expecting me to make homemade bread sauce, homemade cranberry sauce, homemade this, that and the other. We got into Christmas again, didn't we? But I'm talking about other social events. The social events where people are only turning up for the food, as Mitch says in Old Guy Carnivore. If you don't know his channel, pop over to him. It's one of the best videos he's made, The Painful Truth of Carnivore, which is why it's going to be my thumbnail. But I've tried to talk about it in a different way. I think you have to become a new person. You have to upgrade yourself. You have to, the other painful truth of carnivore is you have to leave some of your old personality behind. Not all of it. You don't have to completely lose yourself, but you do have to upgrade yourself. You have to get to a higher place, a place of where the adult side of your personality is in complete control. Your adult personality. We've all got, well, most of us have got an adult in our brain and a child in our brain, right? The adult's going, do carnivore, do carnivore. The child's going, does that mean I can't have that? I think if you're going to be carnivore, your adult side of your personality has to be in control. You have to put your adult side, the one that says, you know what you're doing, you know what the right thing to do is, get on with it, stop being a baby. That's the side of your personality that has to come out. That is the one. It has to be the one that says, what side are you on? Whose side are you on? This decision you're about to make is leading to health, or it's leading to harm, or it's, or sickness and disease versus true happiness and true food freedom. It is food freedom. At day 114, this feels like true food freedom to me. But you've got to be on your side, and you've got to do things. As Lisa Wiedemann says, you've got to do things that other people refuse to do, don't want to do. My poor mum didn't make time for her health, so she had to make a lot of time for her sickness. She wasn't prepared to do anything. She didn't invest in her health ever. Not once did she ever make a decision that was based on health. Never. And so she only made it to 71. I actually thought she did quite well. I thought she was going to go in her 60s. And I was behind her every step of the way. Backing her up, taking to her appointments, picking up medication for her, all of our lives. In fact, the awful truth about this, the painful truth of her life, is that I can only remember her sickness. Do you want to be remembered for just your sickness? Do you want to be remembered for that one that died early in a painful death? I know this is blunt. I know this video is incredibly straight talking and blunt. But I know that my mum and I did have fun when we were younger, but all I can see when I think back to her life was the things that went wrong for her. The surgeries, the trips to the hospital, the dying, the painful death with the full... I don't want my children to remember me for that. I want them to remember me happy, vibrant, dancing around, lively, not depressed, not on any medication. The life and soul of the party, because you can still be the life and soul of the party. The fact that I've decided to cancel my social events for 12 months doesn't mean I can't still be the social part of the party. And I am, once that 12 months is up, I'm going to start allowing myself back out to those social events. If I get invited to any. And if I don't, I've got my health. I'm the one with the health. I'm the one with the good body. In theory. In theory. It's a good theory, right? It's a good theory. I'm the one that's going to be kind of winning. I'm the one that's still able to just enjoy life to the full and not be under a cloud of brain fog, wondering what's going to go wrong with me next. What's going to go wrong with me next? Oh gosh, what's happening to me next? I really, really, really hope I don't get dementia. It sounds bad. I don't believe that people that eat carnivore can get that sort of thing. I genuinely don't. And that is my opinion, and I am allowed it. I realise this video has been a bit strong, but we have to upgrade. We have to upgrade. We have to become the adult. We have to become the adult in our brain all the time. And whenever that little child, that baby, starts talking in your brain, shut them down. Shut them down straight away. Don't even allow them to speak, because it's that baby that's going to have you off the train. That one little taste, that one little thing, they're going to be the ones that take you off the train. Last week, I had this stupid idea that I was going to have a protein bar. That was my baby talking. That was the baby in me. Oh, let's just have that one thing, get it out the system. Luckily, it didn't happen. And so I can still claim that I've had 114 days, if that's the right number, without any sweet taste in my mouth at all. If you haven't got the sweet taste out, get it out now. My recommendation to anyone that's still holding on to the sweet taste, because with the Christmas festive season coming up, if you haven't killed that sweet tooth, it's going to keep coming for you. A sweet tooth is like a stray cat. Feed it and it's going to keep coming back, and you can't get rid of it. I don't have a sweet taste now. I don't have a sweet tooth anymore. That's not to say that some of the things don't look nice, which is why I've cancelled my social occasion this Christmas. There's no way I'm paying £65 to sit there and eat a tiny, tiny bit of turkey that's probably got seed oil in it because it has to keep it moist, that's probably got some gravy on it, that's probably got seed oil in it. Probably end up eating a little bit of broccoli or cauliflower just to fit in so that people don't think I'm completely insane. And then the desserts are going to come out, which, because I'm still in the very early stages of commitment, are going to look yummy. And that little child is going to pop up on my head, on my shoulder and go, just one bite, just one bite. Or it's not, but I'm just going to have to sit there and struggle. And I'm not going to pay £65 plus outfit, plus lashes, plus getting my hair done, plus getting my nails done, just to sit there and struggle. No. So it's a no from me. My social life is cancelled. And it is, for some people, too painful to be able to commit to. And it is a painful truth of carnivore, whether people argue with me or not. It is a painful truth of carnivore. We are social beings, and these social beings over the last 100 or so years have become surround ourselves with as much sugar as possible and have a party. And it's fun. It's so much fun, and not taking part in that does feel just a bit too painful for some people. It was too painful for me, but that switch has gone off, bang, and I don't think it's painful anymore. Get yourself a strong why that makes you cry, a strong why that makes you scared, and the how becomes easier. The switch goes off, and these decisions are no longer difficult or painful. So I think I've done a good job of this video without copying Mitch too much. I am going to copy his thumbnail a bit, because, and like he says in his video, this is not to discourage you from doing carnivore. This is not to put you off. It's just to let you know, let you be aware of what's coming, what's involved in being carnivore. He's so correct. If you are not prepared with that reality, it may not be your time. That's what I'm saying, and that's what he's saying. He's saying that if the thought of turning down social events for a while, not forever, but for a while, is too difficult for you, this may not, and there are people that, but I'm still in my early days, really. I may have found carnivore nearly 10 years ago, but in this commitment, this restart, I'm only in 114 days. So It's very early days for me. So, which is incredible to me. It is incredible to me that I've done all this time of doing carnivore, then not doing carnivore, and then 10 years later, I'm still only managing to be in the early days of being truly committed and truly invested. It is amazing to me. Sometimes I think 114 days sounds like a lot, and other times I think it's just no time at all. And it is not any time at all for me to be going out to these social things. It's not my time. But, you know, and I have to decide how much I want to stay carnivore permanently and how much I want to go out and potentially have a terrible evening or completely throw myself off the train entirely. I've made my decision. We all have difficult decisions to make. Sometimes we have to make some hard decisions. And I've made mine. I'm probably going to get some negativity on this. That is okay. I'm probably going to be told I'm copying Mitch. Well, he's inspired me, plus the comment I got last night saying social occasions. I thought, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what my mind processes are doing. This is my vlog. But I've put a link to Mitch's channel in the description so that you can go and watch him say it better than me. It's a long one. He didn't think it was going to get many hits, and it ended up being his most popular video. Probably because it's a little tiny bit clickbaity, but he's preparing people for what they're going to have to face. They're saying, if you're willing to do these things, these hard things, then you can be carnivore. If you're not willing to do these hard things and make some difficult choices, it may not be your time. Your why might not be strong enough, and that means your how is going to be difficult. I think we're going to get some sunshine today. Thank you so much for listening to all this. I'm hoping that any of that made sense. I'm going to watch it back now, and if it doesn't, I'm going to delete the whole thing and do another one tomorrow, because I think this particular video may get lots of hits, and I want it to come off with all my thoughts and not forget anything. I don't think I've forgotten anything. And I will see you tomorrow on day, if I've got my numbers right. I really need to check, don't I? I'll see you tomorrow on day 115. Do whatever it takes for you to be healthy and happy. Get some sunshine if you can get it. Doing your best looks different every day, and just do what it takes for you to thrive. And thank you so much for listening. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye.